got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Don't fire until you see the whites of their eyes. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 celebrity gun nuts.
This is my rifle, this is my gun, this is for fighting, this is for fun.
For this list, we're ranking the most outspoken and high-profile celebrities whose personal views on the issue of gun control lean toward the conservative.
Our children, they're protected by a thin tin sign that reads, gun-free zone. Yeah, like that'll stop the bad guy.
We will not be judging whether either side is right or wrong in its opinion, but rather discussing which celebrities have come out publicly as being against strict gun control laws, or have otherwise expressed a pro-gun sentiment.
Fill your hand, you son of a bitch!
Number 10, Dan Bilzerian.
In your opinion, could there ever be too much gun?
I think I know where this is going.
This professional poker player, stuntman, actor, and Instagram personality is also known for his extensive weapons collection, some of which was stolen in a 2015 break-in. He also has a reputation as a freewheeling enthusiast when it comes to shooting at drone targets. However, Bilzerian went on record for responsible gun use in 2015. This was after being arrested a year earlier by Los Angeles County authorities on alleged bomb-making charges, specifically for possessing an incendiary or explosive device with intent to distribute. In response, Bilzerian posted a PSA on his YouTube channel where he encourages proper care regarding the use of explosive firearms.
Remember, be responsible with firearms and the use of exploding targets. Jail, let's not do that again.
Number 9, Clint Eastwood. This legendary Hollywood actor is practically inseparable from the iconic gunslinging characters he portrayed in the television series Rawhide, as well as the Man with No Name series of Italian spaghetti westerns. And did we mention Dirty Harry? Clint Eastwood has since gone on, of course, to become one of the movie industry's most celebrated actors and directors. Still, the man is strongly identified as pro-gun, although he has voiced support for some gun control measures. It's safe to say that Eastwood has a simple view on guns. He firmly believes in the right to bear arms. Number 8, R. Lee Ermey.
This weapon is so cuddly and so lovable. What a sweet weapon.
For many moviegoers, actor R. Lee Ermey will forever be associated with his tough, near-maniacal performance as Gunnery Sergeant Hartman in director Stanley Kubrick's classic war film Full Metal Jacket.
Hell, I like you. You can come over to my house and my sister. You little scumbag! I got your name. I got your ass! You will not laugh. You will not cry. You will learn by the numbers. I will teach you. Now get up. Get on your feet.
In what can only be described as art imitating life, Ermey actually served as a drill sergeant during the Vietnam War, using his experience as fuel for his largely ad-libbed dialogue.
Sir, 5'9", sir! 5'9". I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
Ermey's personal views on gun control are enthusiastic, having long supported the Republican Party as well as the rights of gun owners. He even hosted a firearms history show of his own, titled Lock and Load with R. Lee Ermey.
I braced myself pretty good, but still it was bouncing around like a baby with a nasty diaper. You can see why this gun was better at close range.
Number 7, Vince Vaughn.
I'm gonna make you a bicycle. I don't want to make you a bicycle.
Shut your mouth, funny guy, and make it!
The largely lighthearted and comedic performances of Vince Vaughn may not lead one to believe that the actor actively supports gun rights, yet Vaughn certainly does.
Do this for me instead.
Promoting his gritty turn as semi-reformed mobster Frank Semyon for the HBO series True Detective, Vaughn gave a very pro-gun interview to the British edition of GQ magazine.
The 45-year-old is also a proponent of guns in schools for protection.
Vaughn supports gun ownership in the home and in schools for reasons of personal protection. As he puts it in the interview, Quote, taking away guns, taking away drugs, the booze, it won't rid the world of criminality.
Well, what can I say to that? After all, no fighting what you can't change.
Number 6, Jesse Hughes.
The AP is reporting that at least 100 have been found dead inside that concert hall.
The 2015 Paris terror attacks were a harrowing and traumatic experience for everyone involved, as well as for the millions across the world who watched in horror. Right in the heart of it all was the American band Eagles of Death Metal, playing a concert at the Bataclan Theater and witnessing the deaths of 89 people in the attacks and standoff.
Several people hid in our dressing room, and the killers were able to get in and killed every one of them, except for a kid who was hiding under my leather jacket.
The killers got in your dressing room?
Yeah.
In the aftermath of these attacks, Eagles of Death Metal frontman Jesse Hughes publicly stated in interviews his support of gun access, while also asserting his admiration for the brave first responders who fought against the terror attack with firearms of their own.
Until nobody has guns, everybody has to have them, because I don't ever want to see anything like this ever happen again, and I want everyone to have the best chance to live. And I saw people die that maybe could have lived.
Number 5, Jesse James. Reality television star Jesse James may be most known to casual viewers as either the former host of the car and motorcycle customizing renovation program Monster Garage, or as the former flame of actress Sandra Bullock.
Does Sonny still get to see Sandra, and do you get to see Louie?
No.
In recent years, though, James has actually turned his attention towards the world of firearms. Indeed, James has transitioned from Hot Wheels to Hot Lead. He's manufactured a variety of guns, from small pistols to large-scale rifles, under the moniker of Jesse James Firearms Unlimited, earning attention and media coverage with his welding and manufacturing skills.
This is 450 layers, so you can imagine the time, how time-consuming it is. Super labor-intensive for like a cool effect.
Number 4, Ice-T.
When I died, I'll be bullets and gun smoke. You don't like my lifestyle.
Rapper, songwriter, singer, and actor Ice-T has long been associated with the imagery of guns. Just look at his time as one of the pioneers of gangster rap with his 1991 album, OG, Original Gangster, or his role as Detective Finn Tutuola in Law & Order Special Victims Unit.
Are we under arrest? Not yet.
The legendary artist and body count frontman has also come out in favor of legal gun ownership in his personal life. In interviews, he's discussed his support of the constitutional right to bear arms, specifically referencing the use of firearms for self-protection and preservation.
That's the last form of defense against tyranny. Not to hunt, it's to protect yourself from the police.
Number 3, Chuck Norris. The image of a sweaty, snarling, gun-toting Chuck Norris is one closely associated with the excessive, shoot-'em-up action flicks of the 1980s. Yet long before the martial arts movie legend became a household name with internet memes and Chuck Norris facts, the performer also earned a reputation for his conservative politics and views on gun control. Norris has also been a longtime supporter of the Republican Party, freely expressing his support of the right to bear arms in news interviews over the years, and appearing alongside Fox News host Glenn Beck in February of 2009 to speak out in favor of independent gun ownership.
The final line in the Second Amendment says, "The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed."
Number 2, Ted Nugent.
There is no gun violence.
There are very few personalities from the world of rock music as outspoken or controversial as the Motor City madman himself, Ted Nugent. The guitar god, known for such classics as Stranglehold and Cat Scratch Fever, has long supported conservative issues over the years, specifically responsible gun ownership. And make no mistake, the musician is ready to defend and discuss these beliefs with little to no hesitation.
Anybody that wants to disarm me can drop dead.
Indeed, Nugent has proved to be a go-to guest for news programs around the world for discussions on the topic of gun control. Nugent's concerts are also full of the irrepressible Axeman's spirited verbal razors, spit from the stage at a mile a minute.
When I leave the house every day, I got that.
And I seen that Glock.
I ain't done yet.
Oh, no. We're about to pick you up.
And I got that.
Before we unveil our number one pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Why, by God, girl, that's a Colt's Dragoon. You're no bigger than a corn nubbin. What are you doing with all this pistol?
Elvis was a gun collector, and he wanted everybody to have a gun. And he accomplished this by having everybody get deputized.
When the talking is over, it's time to get a gun.
Those things were put there for a reason, and it usually says government shall not, and we need to remember that.
Number 1, Charlton Heston. A 5-term president of the National Rifle Association, few celebrities are as associated with gun rights as actor Charlton Heston. What's even more interesting is that the Soylent Green and Planet of the Apes thespian actually endorsed democratic causes and civil rights during the 1960s, before switching over to the Republican Party.
It's a madhouse! A madhouse!
Heston's tenure as an NRA spokesman was equally varied. For example, he notably denounced Ice-T's group Body Count for their song Cop Killer.
I got my 12-gauge sawed off. I got my headlights turned off. I'm about to bust some shots off. I'm about to dust some cops off.
However, he also famously declared that his guns would have to be taken from his cold, dead hands. So it's pretty clear where Heston stood when it came to fighting gun control.
From my cold, dead hands.
Do you agree with our list?
This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Which celebrity do you think is the most closely associated with their love of guns? For more hard-hitting top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Good night, ladies.
Good night, sir.